Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Never Fail, and I'm bringing you another domination gameplay on Black Ops 2. We on the map Hijacked, and we using the good old Diamond Vector with extended mags, quick draw handle, and I think I'm using lightweight, extreme conditioning, toughness, and scavenger. Anyway, not going to talk about the gameplay. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any League gameplay, mainly because I haven't been able to get into a League game, but I want to discuss something with League. And main issue with getting into a League play or a League game is wait times, man. I ain't got time to be waiting that long to get into a game because there's not many people in the lobby. Now, that kind of brings along my topic of discussion for this video. Not necessarily how to get people to play League play, because I did one like that mocking the shit before, but more along the lines of how to make League play offer a completely different experience from what you get in public matches. Because, I mean, what does League really offer you right now that's not offered in pubs? Not a whole hell of a lot. I mean, the only things it truly offers is a 4v4 setting instead of a 6v6 or 9v9, and it's much more challenging, really. So not a lot of people want to play it, because why do that when you can play a public game, get an easier lobby, crush people, and have fun, instead of taking it super serious, getting in the League and doing, League play. So, changes I'd like to see as it progresses forward, if Infinity Ward decides to do it in Ghost, which I doubt will happen, but it may actually happen. Or if Treyarch's next rendition will probably guaranteed have it. So something I'd like to see, first and foremost, I want League play to have its own set of stats. It's on basically your own combat record for League play. Reason being, I think tough games make people shy away because it hurts their public stats, and everybody knows that your KD and all that shit is all that matters. It's what's going to get you laid and get you a better job, right? So anyway, I'd like to see it have its own combat record, so you can track specifically how bad or how well you're doing in League play, same way you can in public lobbies. And I think it would actually hold more weight in League play because it is dependent upon you playing well. Another thing I would like to see that I'm not sure how feasible it is, but I think it would be a great thing, is for League play to have its own guns. If you did that, then you could kind of avoid issues people have in this game, because it's something Fredo mentioned in one of his videos, that it seems a lot of the games were geared toward, or a lot of the guns were designed and geared toward being competitive in the 4v4 format, which, I understand it because they're wanting to really push League play, but how about giving League play its own set of guns, its own weapons? That'd be pretty cool to me, because it would offer a completely different experience from what you get in Publix, because it gives you different guns than what you have available to you in public lobbies. Now, you're saying it forces people to play League play. I could understand somebody saying that, but I don't see it. What it does do is it allows you to get a completely different feel when playing League play. After experimenting around, after picking up these Remingtons, some of them I had to try on Hijack, man. A submachine gun like the Vector with the Remington secondary, because it was pretty damn effective this game. But if you give people give League its own guns, then you can take away having to worry about balancing it for a 4v4 game mode, and it not being necessarily overly balanced in the 6v6 format. So I think it'd make it easier to really pinpoint in on that. Another big thing I would like to see is I'd love to see League play have its own maps. I mean, what better way to get people to test it out than to have League play specific maps? Plus, that way, instead of having all these different maps, they are designed to be perfectly balanced and designed with 10,000 million fucking head glitch spots and all that stuff for cover, and having a ton of choke point. That way you could keep all that out of the public lobby, where it's more designed toward fun. You could keep it away from that, because I've always felt that Call of Duty 4, Black Ops 1, World at War had much better maps than Modern Warfare 2, 3, and Black Ops 2. I still feel that. And the reason being, these maps are geared toward being part of the competitive play scale, whereas those maps were not. And I understand that, so I'd like to see it have its own maps for the, those two reasons. Mainly because it offers you a completely different experience, something totally out of the ordinary, makes it unique, makes people perhaps be tempted to actually go try it out just to play those maps, and it allows easier job with map balance because you can focus solely on those maps for that perspective and then focus on public maps for a different perspective. And right here I had to take a piss, that's why I'm laying prone behind this table. So I think that'd be a great thing to see, because if you gave it its own combat record, maybe even chip in some of its own medals and shit, things that are specific to league play, that would be kind of cool. But if you gave it its own combat record, its own guns, its own maps, I think it would actually help the developer for one. I mean, granted, they probably had to make more maps and more guns, but I think it would actually help them be able to balance it out better and make it where it also provides the user, the consumer, a very unique experience when playing league play, as opposed to what we have now, which is basically just a 4v4 format in the hardest form possible in Call of Duty. So, with those changes, I would think you would see more people play League, because it's not half bad, man. I've been guilty of bashing it myself, mainly because of the amount of attention it's received over the public lobby, and I still stand by my statement in regards to the fact that I think they should have fixed stuff in public lobbies before they started trying to tweak stuff in League, mainly because you need to deal with the larger mass than the smaller mass first. You need to try to deal to the larger consumer base, and I think that's just smart business. But with that said, if they're really wanting to push it to the forefront and get league play where it's actually a viable playlist to where more than 2,500 people are on it at a time, if you did those changes right there, I think that would be great. I mean, I know personally I would like to be able to see how well I do in just league play, and there's the Ruthless, as opposed to having to sit there and just guess and look back through my recent games. I also would like to see where maybe league play had its own unique streak so that they wouldn't have to limit the shit you can use. I mean, I understand no UAV, no counter UAV, no hardline, but give league play its own perks, and maybe you could even knock it down a little peg, but that might be going too far with it, because at that point you're kind of just making its own standalone thing. But it needs to be more of its own standalone thing than a extra commodity to the game. I mean, zombies is just an extra commodity, but at points in times it really does feel like its own standalone thing, because it offers you a completely unique experience in Call of Duty. Whereas league play doesn't offer you anything you can't really get in Publix, if you know what I mean, other than if you're playing with teams or against teams, then you get a higher level of communication. But hell, you can still get that in Publix when you're playing against full clans. So that's really the only changes I could think of that would kind of make League its own unique thing and make people more tempted to play it and to check it out, and to make it less annoying. That way you could have a team develop, a developmental team strictly for that, and then another one strictly for fucking public, and then another one for lobby. See, or for zombies. See, I'm creating jobs for people in America and people in other countries. I'm creating jobs for game developers. This is my duty to get Treyarch to do this, so I can create jobs for people. But with that said, if it never happens, I'll understand why. But man, would I love to see those type of changes occur. Don't really have a whole lot more to say on it. Like I said, new map or different maps, different guns, just for league play, and a different combat record. Those three things right there. Be a lot of work, but it would make the game more interesting for them. Anyway, final score was like 40-5. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.